Adaeze was drifting between sleep and wakefulness when she heard a loud bang on the door. It felt surreal, as though the sound came from both her dream and reality. She heard voices from the sitting room and was still in shock when the bedroom door flung open. In an instant, there were flashes of light from cameras and a cacophony of voices. She kept telling herself to wake up from this nightmare, but it was all too real. You are not ashamed of yourself. You are a disgrace to womanhood. A man does not want you again, but you will not hear. You have stayed glued to him with no regard to your dignity. It's your kind that makes these men insult us so. These words came from a woman standing in front of her. Adaeze scanned the face, trying to recognize her, but there was nothing familiar. She looked around the room to find Tosin, who was just standing in one corner, silent. Tosin finally cleared the people away and held her hands repeatedly, saying, I am sorry about this. Who is she? Adaeze asked, her voice shaking. She's my girlfriend, Tosin admitted. Adaeze was shocked. But I've been asking you whether you had a girlfriend and you've been saying no. So where is she coming from? Why do I have to get this kind of treatment? How did she even know about me? I really don't know what happened, but I promise you that I'll get to the root of this matter, Tosin responded. Adaeze left his apartment and noticed that the front passenger window of her car had been smashed. She got into the car and started driving. At the gate, Aldo the gate man said, Sister, sorry I know no say na your side that auntie them they come. I for no let them enter. She knew he was just trying to make himself look good because she always gave him cash whenever she came around. If that lady was Tosin's girlfriend, he definitely knew her. But right now, Aldo was the least of her problems. Her mind was racing. There was a camera in that room. Was this going to be used for a blackmail? She picked up her phone and called her mom. It was 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Her mom would be sleeping in. But this couldn't wait. The phone rang out the first time, no answer. She called again, still no answer. She sent a text. Call me as soon as you can. She needed to prepare her mother for anything that might come up. She had a feeling that the woman might use this against her. She got home and walked into her apartment, feeling dejected. Adaeze lost her father 6 months ago to a mysterious heart attack. Mysterious because Chief Walter Nwangwu was someone who never joked with his health. On that fateful day, Adaeze's phone rang while she was packing up to leave the office. Madam, your dad's office, now. What's going on? She asked. Please, just get here first. A million thoughts raced through her mind at once. Maybe someone was fighting him or threatening him. Maybe he collapsed, but he was supposed to still be in a meeting. As she got into her dad's office, she noticed the office clinic nurse performing some checks. What happened? She asked. The nurse explained that he had collapsed after a meeting with some oil marketers, but she had called an ambulance. Adaeze walked to where her dad was laid out on the sofa. She could hear him wheezing. Dad, can you hear me? No response. Adaeze panicked, bombarding the nurse with questions. The nurse told her, Miss Nwangwu, you need to calm down. Chief will be okay. The ambulance arrived and took her dad to the hospital. Adaeze followed in her car, briefing her mom on the phone on what had happened. Before long, she was in the hospital lobby. She asked for directions to her dad and was informed he had been taken into the ICU. She went upstairs to the ICU floor and started pacing the floor, praying. Within 15 minutes, her mom met her in the corridor and threw all the questions at her at once. As they sat down, Adaeze narrated the whole story to her mom. By the time she finished, her mom was crying. The doctor came out of the ICU and requested that Adaeze and her mom follow him to his office. He explained that her father had suffered a severe heart attack and his chances were slim. Her father died that night. Adaeze knew her mom was still healing from her husband's death. Bringing up a story like what happened with Tosin would mess her up, but she needed to prepare her for anything that might come up. If this person was going to post pictures of her in a compromising position online, her mother needed to know about it first. Watch out for part 2.